All right, who wants to give a recap of last time?
That would be me.
All right, lay it on me, champ.
Alright, last time we were still fighting the pseudo-servant, and then we realized what we were doing wrong. The people with Arcana weren't looking at Arcana, at why this thing wouldn't die. So we finally got the pieces of the puzzle we needed to finally put him down like the dog he was. And then we hung him from a tree.
Okay.
We found the amulet that we were supposedly looking for. Supposedly found the amulet that we were looking for. And then we had a man named Mozak Quinn come through the woods looking for us, sent by Kaleo. So now we were headed back to Dagon's Rest. I was riding on Joey's back and taking a nap.
I got you, homie.
And so the party has arrived once more in the old inn. Ozak Quinn leads you to the back of the inn. You can see that Coven gives you a bit of a wave as you enter. Oh, it's good to see you're not dead, he'll say as he pass by. As you are led to this table. Hold on, why is my fucking camera not auto-adjust? Why are there ghosts here?
Ghosts.
Why can't I select them? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Whoa, dude.
What?
That was weird. I don't know what that was. Phil, look at that.
That was actual ghosts.
Ghosts of the past.
What the fuck?
I still don't see anything.
It was in the corner. The fucking sins.
I think y'all are seeing some shit.
I'm like zoomed all the way
This
in.
is the father just like randomly started spawning it.
Is that monk guy? Is it the monk guy?
That was weird. Anyway, Mozak Quinn will lead you up to here, and then you can see that there are a whole bunch of strangers around this table. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Probably not.
They save us a seat?
No.
Those bastards.
No, there's actually no room for you.
Fine, I see how it is.
In any way, shape, or form.
This is what we get for risking our necks.
This is... Yes, I'll just shit.
No, I'll piss instead.
Piss and shit. Oh,
Yeah, there's no room for any of us anywhere, actually. We have to sleep outside, like the dogs we are.
Let's go, dude. I'm down. Never mind. Day's better.
Yes. Never mind, day's getting better. Give me just a second, please.
I'm all about camping.
I have to prepare. I think that actually is loaded. That should... As easy as do, re, mi. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. So if I did this... Hold on, this foundry is... pissing me off.
Shoot it.
I'm this close to it. I'm just gonna start shooting it. Fool, prepare for death. This guy... Two guys. Two guys today. Bum bum ba-dum.
You in there, Gale?
Just looking at the amulet.
Just saying a little peeksy doodle.
Did we promise the orc to give it to him?
Yes.
Mhm.
Then we should probably do that.
Yeah, that's how we're supposed to get something that'll let us go across the lake.
Are we here?
Lake's a little
Is that-
fucked.
Is that orc guy here?
Seems like I have to wait for the NPCs to load.
His name's Sorn.
The sky guy?
Yes.
He's
Alright.
the one who wanted the amulet.
And you will see the following. Oh. 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 Okay. Now I can update the people in the room.
Oh,
Ooh.
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 As you approach, you will see that around Kaleo's table, there is seated several new individuals. And as you approach, he will point outwards and go, "Ah, you finally arrived. Well done, Mozak. Well done." Mozak will give a bow, and then we'll take a seat here.
I
Oh,
can see that guy's bones.
it seems that we don't have enough chairs for everyone. Come, stand over here. Perhaps
Yeah,
be
that's
seated
fine.
here. Soren will look expectantly at you guys as you walk up.
Howdy, partner.
Good to see you, Kaleo. Didn't expect you to.
Is
See you
this
outside the
the
city.
amulet you were talking about? I saw him it.
Soren will look at the amulet and will kind of reach out towards it and then kind of pull his hand back. And then he'll say, no, not quite.
Hmm.
And then Kaleo will answer and will say, "Indeed, Thalion, I didn't think that I was going to be able to get out of Severe on the fact of me being arrested or your house quarantined. But as it turns out, I was able to sway some of the councilmen. I have been given a small leave of absence. I am being allowed to go as far as Dagon's Rest and up towards the shores of Pride Lake. It would seem that some of my rememorations have finally fallen on ears that will listen. There is much to discuss, and I will admit, there are new developments that we need to go over. First, some introductions, as I have used my connections to garner us a few extra helping hands. As it turns out, what awaits us at Pride's Lake is far greater than anything that I could have ever suspected. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, introductions. That, Kaleo will call over everyone, and these people will all approach. Oh boy! So many NPCs. Alright, here we go. Sorry about that. As all these people begin to approach, they will kind of gather around the table, except him. We'll stay right fucking there.
I'm not saddened by that fact.
And Kaleo will begin. First, everyone, I know that you might know who I am, Kaleo Quartet. I have summoned you all here for the very express purpose of Well, helping me recover what I believe to be the greatest treasure discovered in recent Corvanian history. In fact, I believe that it may change our futures for the better. Everyone kind of looks around, impressed by such a statement. The preliminary forces that I have sent have disappeared, the second having returned. I wish to hear your report of your encounter, for all to hear, directly from the raw input. Could you please tell me what happened?
When we got there, we encountered an encampment of bandits disguised as guards. We managed to fight them off, just barely, but when we rest, we encountered 2 of them that were bedridden with some type of black ichor malady. We studied as much as we could in the short time we were there. It was unnatural. It was necrotic in nature. We are not quite sure what the source was, but after some time, they seemingly transformed, one into a flying creature that took off to the center of the lake. The other turned into some type of fiend. It walked up to the tower that was nearby, started clearing the way into it before noticing us nearby. When it started walking, we panicked and attacked before realizing the grave situation we were in. We ran, but it seemed not to get tired at all as it chased us. Eventually we went to a clearing where we had to fight it. We fought with all of our might and barely managed to overcome it.
The fiend had undead qualities to it as well.
Yes, the wounds are still not healing, for me at least, so we probably should get that looked at.
Me neither.
If you would not mind, would you lament to showing us the wounds?
Yeah.
Gale will walk up and show it.
Alright, as you do so, Cleo will look towards this woman. Expectantly. The woman will stand and will look at this man, waiting for him to move out of her way. He looks pretty disinterested, but will finally lament. And will take her seat instead. She takes a closer look, grabbing at your hand and arm, analyzing it carefully. Moritaria, is this sufficient evidence? It would appear that it is.
We also have a body of the creature hanging in the woods.
I personally think it needs to be properly disposed of.
Moritaria will continue. It does seem to match the descriptions. I think you're right. She will slowly look towards Kaleo, with a heaviness to her words. These wounds are consistent. You know what this means, Kaleo. Kaleo will nod grimly. Indeed I do. I had hoped for the better, but it would seem that my money was well spent. It will require quite a lot of strength to ensure that this problem does not get any worse. Then finally, this lady here will go, I can't take any more of this fucking cryptic nonsense. What is it that's got your knickers in such a buzz, hey? What's wrong? Who cares if this one's got burn marks? His hands are already messed up anyway. Kaleo will nod. I can understand that you are confused. There are many threats that surface into Corvinus, but this one I believe to be more dire than any. But for me to explain this, well, we'll need to go through history a bit, if you will all spare a scholar his work. No one really seems to have a problem, as Kaleo will begin. Oh boy, it's grand story time.
Hmm.
Our story begins before the rise of Mytheria, when Saphira was known as Saf, and it fought against the other city-states for control of resources, power, and more so, to survive. Things were different then. Our laws were not quite so well constructed. Indeed, this was a time before kings, before councils, when the continent was in disarray. Mornhow to the north, princes were fighting princes for the right to wear the great crown. The west, still a contingent of the Feywild. The Eldar there, old and yet young still. Pale City, Alderfife, these places did not exist in the way that you know them. And the reason I tell you this is that this is where I believe our story truly begins. It is not rightly known on how Corvinus was colonized, only that, with the exception of the Antvanti, our ancestors were foreigners that came to colonize and conquer, to live a life free from whatever oppression they had left behind, or for the thirst of pure adventure. It is during this time, although there was some war, mostly the world was at peace. It was during this time that a golden age of Corvinus had begun. Births, food, all in equal abandon. But it was also a time of complacency. Nobody knows why, or even exactly when it started, but the demons began to pour forth from the center of our land. They began to spill from the mountains. The dwarfs were the first to fall, from the recollection of our texts. First to fight them, first caught off guard, the first to be overwhelmed. It is during this time, before the Church of Light was more than an errant twinkle in someone's eye, when mages, we think from foreign soil, thought that they could hold back the demon's tide. It was the siege of Twist River, the time of embers, as they pushed past Moonshade Tavern. It is in the very free forest that a desperate plan was enacted. For you see, the foreigners brought with them powerful magics. Magics, it was said, that could contort and distort the form. I've only seen pieces of the text of the spells required to create such a magnanimous reaction. But it was foolish. For it would seem that the magic of our land operates differently from the continent in which they came. This Phage of Death fell upon the demons, decimating them. But it came with it an errant side effect. Our fortune quickly shifted, as the demons that would die would not dissipate as they had before, but rather that they would rise again, retaining both the fire of their life previous, the cold, dark advantage of their post-life. This act was folly, and it destroyed the city of Pride Lake. The scholars speak of their screams. It speaks of stone melting, forest weeping. The foreign mages sacrificed themselves to seal their mistake within the ruins. And within the lake itself. That is the end of the legends that I was able to uncover. There are different pieces that yet still remain gray to me, as to what these creatures were, or even if it truly happened in that manner. But what is known is what would happen to those afflicted by it. And if Mori is correct, and has confirmed my suspicions, then it means that the protections of those mages are failing, and we face terrible affliction. Plague, the very magic of our land itself. That is why I have called all of you. That is why the council, having reviewed what evidence we have recovered, has finally given me leave of the city, return to Dagon's Rest. And with the new evidence that our new friends have recovered, perhaps they will actually fund us. But until such a time, I will be using my own personal fortune to see us through this. We cannot allow the spell plague to escape, lest it infect more than just the demons. That it will turn to the rest in the room. A heavy silence, pregnant with sorrow, hovers over the room. Terrible news. Scoured fortunes. It is at this point that Moritaria will raise her hand. Kaleo, if what you say is true, and indeed, if this confirms your suspicions, what exactly do you intend to do about it? The spell plague was incurable. It took foreign magic to keep it at bay, to seal it. It should have been forgotten. Why did you send mercenaries in the first place? I will admit my curiosity got the better of me. I thought that the appearances, that the signs that I was seeing, they were indicative of the magic's failing. It is quite possible that my paranoia led me down the same path that would have guaranteed what I was paranoid about. We can have a philosophical discussion later. What is true? What is happening now? Moritaria will nod. We will discuss that, he says. But if that's the case, surely you have a plan. That, Kaleo will nod. My plan is simple. We must go to the island, and we must cleanse it. Moritaria will shake her head. No one would survive that. The island is rife with the plague. There are creatures there that cannot exist anywhere else. If not for the ley line, if we were able to destroy it somehow, we could render all of them destroyed. And with that, this woman will step up. I am surprised to hear you say that, dear Phage. We cannot destroy any of nature's order. And yes, Aaron, what you don't understand is that if we don't, that plague will spread, and it will render the natural order destroyed anyway. If an animal becomes sick and diseased, you kill it and burn it to save the rest. But this isn't an animal. This is the fundamental force of life. Yes, it will be tragic of a sacrifice, but it is my proposition. Miss Glass will shake her head in disbelief as Kaleo continues. Be that as it may, my proposal is to go to the island, call their numbers, find out how we can stop this without sacrificing a piece of Corvinus itself. And as this kind of lingers, what were you saying, Nim?
Well, first, does the story that Galeo retells, does that sound familiar at all to Nim? Does it spark anything in her mind? Or is it something she would not know about?
No.
Okay. Second, when they were having their discussion as it ends, Nim would say, I think that's a debate we'll have to settle once we get there. But ultimately, we will have to do what is necessary.
And with that, Kaleo will look around to the others, and before he continues, though, someone else will speak up. Kaleo, I think there's a few things we gotta talk about. Pretty straightforward. I don't think everybody's... I might just be a simple farmer, but isn't that island cursed? Like in a really bad way? Like, we won't recover from it if we go there? You're right, John. It is. But I do think that the ramifications of its visitation they can be balmed, prevented, circumvented. Those are a lot of big words, Cleo. Could you say that again? It is bad to go there, but we must, and I believe that there are ways to overcome it. Well, you've never steered me wrong before, Cleo, so whatever you need, I'm your man. I just... this ain't killing rats out in the barn. This is facing things of nightmares. Things we only heard about before. Cleo will nod. I understand the heaviness of it. With the demons and the wastes, and their disappearances, the war to the north, the rising of the brass baron, and all sorts of manner of swords being drawn across the continent, the last thing that we need is a plague to spread, and one that would enrapture us all. Even if that is the case, those that you have brought here, there are a few that I am not certain of when it comes to their agendas or morals. Spare me your judgment, Aaron. You may not like how I do things, but it is no less natural than how you do things. You torture the dead. I've seen you do it. I'm sorry that my path of knowledge is not quite so pretty, like your flowers and dancing are. Death and decay are a natural part of the system, and the only way to learn more is to see it happen. Yes, but you capture people and then kill them. Only Metharians. It doesn't change the fact, and that is where we disagree. Make no mistake, the Inquisition would not be easy on you, Miss Glass. Despite how beautiful you might think you are, to them, you are a sickness. To them, you are death. To them, you are an object of their hatred. All I am doing is keeping the scales back. Well, I think enough. The fight for the island will be hard, which is why I have summoned so many of you. And that's where I'd like to cut in. What's in it for me? Well, gold. How much gold? Quite a lot of gold. Uh-huh. And what else? Service to Corvinus? Yeah, piss and shite on that. It better be a lot of gold, if we're not getting anything else out of it. Well, how about glory? He'll stroke his chin. I want the island. What do you mean? Like to conquer it. I want it. Everybody just kind of gives bombastic side-eye at Yagan. But I don't have the...
Who are you? She gestures at the man speaking, making bold claims.
Oh, me? I'm Yagan Skullwise. Who the fuck are you?
You can call me Nim, that's all I remember. But...
I don't care. Don't look back to Kaleo.
I don't care that you want the island.
He
but
ignores
if you.
you.
Want it,
I
whatever.
want the island. That's my price for participation. Kaleo will kind of stroke his chin. And I suspect you also want gold? I'd be willing to give up some of my share of the gold. I understand there are other heroes that are going to be helping me. But no. I want the island. That's my cost. Well, that's... So what if he wants a piece of shit land in the middle of a shit lake? Let the old man have it. Get on with it. Yes, well, that is why I have summoned you all here. He will then pull out a piece of parchment and kind of lay it on the table. I have a plan, as it were. Plan of attack. Hang on, guys. I need to get some water. My throat is dry and losing my voices. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
we
Yeah, go ahead,
need to
you
follow the moist path.
Need a quick break.
You've been doing all the talking, so.
Yap.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is one of those times where people just watch me play with my action figures.
It's
I'm
another
playing
yap
with your action
episode.
figures too, Arcade. What are you
Another
talking about?
yap episode. Yeah, you guys can talk at any moment, just so you know. Yeah.
I've been talking.
I'll be right
Everyone
back.
else has been quiet.
Joey has nothing nice to say.
Be right back.
Well, I also wouldn't be surprised if I'm still asleep on Joey's back.
He has not set you down unless you tell him to.
I've snuck between two cute boys at the table.
Appreciated.
Takes
All
note.
right.
And one of them speaks the common tongue.
Oh my god, John Horton.
It is very nice to hear some civil talk around here.
Although I do have time to go run to use the bathroom.
The old pissers.
Yeah, go. Go pee. It's your fat piss.
I can't believe he did the
Peril trying to get some side action.
That man, I can see his bones, and that unsettles me. But he speaks like a nice, proper fellow, so I'll let it slide.
I know, I'm a little sketched out by some of these.
Some of these people are hard to look at.
All right, let me go ahead and go through all of them real quick while I get some of this in me.
Tell me about ghost hands. I want to know about ghost hands.
So this is also for chat's purposes. The people at the table are Kaleo Quartet. Who's this man here? Also, an opportunity to show off Waymaker's art is always welcome.
Yeah, Waymaker.
This is John Horton.
Human bones.
Fucking ghost hands.
This is Mozak Quinn.
Mhm.
This is Sorn Skyreader. Antoinette of Twist River. Etika Glass. Morataria.
I like Mortaria.
Total shocker.
Shut up.
And then in the back, this fucking guy.
Mhm.
Totally forgot about Felix.
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't think I can forget about Felix.
Don't forget this guy.
And also Yagan Scarwise.
The guy that wants the island.
And Pop Thistle. He's here too.
Probably passed out drunk.
Probably still crying from whenever we left him.
Not having a good time.
Hey, we came back though,
We did come back.
so we shouldn't be on his conscience at least.
A little scarred, but we made it.
I'm a little fucked up. I'll be alright.
Alrighty. So. Also, you guys can make martial checks.
I'd like to make Arcana checks.
I'm checking out ghost hands immediately.
Either of those are fine. I can give you
Nope.
basic information about them.
Okay.
Ain't got shit. Nim's
I think
too
I'm gonna do
lost.
some Arcana.
That's an 8.
Okay. Those are both the ones. Those are all fine. That's what I needed. So, they are all relatively level 8,
Damn.
and they are
Even
the following.
Top Thistle?
No, not Pop Thistle.
He's just in the corner crying.
fucking pompadour.
He is a level 1 sad man.
Oh, I never heard that class. Arcane, was it
It's,
good?
no, it's not. It's very bad.
Oh,
Don't-
damn.
Don't do it.
Tragic.
This one is okay. So Kaleo is a Mystic Theurge.
Okay.
He's the iconic Mystic Theurge. Woo!
Ooh.
That's basically what all these characters are. Real quick, I might as well mention one of the other things I'm going to do over the 2 weeks is I'm going to write more Discord stories featuring all these NPCs. Some of these NPCs already have Discord stories about them, so if anybody in the chat wants to go check that out, they totally can.
Yep, I know 2 of them.
I want to see more terriers.
Anyway, Kaleo Quartet is a Mystic Theurge. John Horton is a Key Weaver.
Mm.
Mozak Kin is a Lone Soldier.
Okay.
Soren Skyreader is a Shaman. Antoinette of Twist River is a Primal. Yagan Scarwise is an Ancestral Warrior. Etika is an Airn. Moritaria is a Phage. And Felix Russo is a Asura.
Oh.
The Monk Barbarian.
Alright,
Mm.
and so it continues. Kaleo will point to the parchment. As far as we know, the island it consists of the old fortress that used to be Pride Lake's Pride and Joy, pardon the pun. The castle there, known as Castle Fall, Pride before the fall. He kind of like points it out and then kind of keeps going. But anyway, Castle Fall is a massive fortress, one of the largest, in fact, in Corvinus. It has all sorts of wings, other facilities. The island itself is quite large. We've also heard rumor that there are other smaller islands around it, but I don't know if that's true or not. But what we do know is that the center of the island is supposedly where the spell plague is supposed to be. Now, I've done some research, as he puts a whole stack of documents on the side. According to what I've been able to read from the old masters and the archivists of the past, the island is guarded, and not by men or monster, but something else. An entity that resides over it. They refer to it as a master consciousness. I don't know what that is, necessarily, or even what that could mean, but it is probably most likely an entity like a spirit that has possessed the island. It could even be a mutation of the spell plague itself. Regardless, it is unlikely that once you set foot upon the island that you will be unnoticed by the creature's presence, or entity's presence, I suppose. There are 3 gates in which you may enter Castle Fall. They are the north, the south, and the west gate. The east, it says, does not have a gate. Instead, there's supposedly a dark forest there. One might be able to use that for cover. So if you did not want to use one of the gates, take your chances in the forest. And then he will expand, he will open up his jacket, pull out another piece of parchment, and put it over the top. These are the blueprints that I was able to recover of the construction of Castle Fall. I do not know how accurate they are, or if any additions or changes have been made, or mutations, I suppose. But, if you'll look here, as he gives you a rundown of the actual castle map. So, I can go out of character here for a second. Castle Fall is a mega dungeon. It is gigantic. Many different access points, and it will be the focus of your campaign, of your campaign's next chapter. In addition to that, being able to go there, come back to sell and resupply are all going to be parts of the challenges. There's no guarantee that you'll be able to come back at any time that you want, but it is possible to come back, so keep that in mind. So those of you that are thinking about building like merchant builds or whatever, you'll still be able to get use out of them, because you'll be able to come back. But other than that, I think that's the only thing I can tell you ahead of time.
I see.
Okay. Kaleo will continue. Furthermore, our objective is to find the source of the spell plague and destroy it. There are many methodologies that I have studied that might do so. I have concocted 3. First, there is a blessed bell, as he places it on the table. In case the source of the spell plague should have a cursed root, use this in order to dispel it. It may also be more medicinal, so I have concocted this potion. He will place a potion on the table. Pour this over the source, and it should disable the humor and viscera, preventing spell plague from worsening and spreading. There is also the chance that it might just be parasitic, and if that is the case, there is this, and he will put a vial of acid on the table. It is super concentrated. I have also seen that it is blessed by Matheria. Hopefully, it will deal as a divine connection to sever any access point that this plague might have. I have prepared one of each concoction for each group that I intend to send in. That way, each of you are properly prepared should you need it.
Do you believe this curse or infection is related to the large treasure you mentioned?
What do you mean?
When we first got here, you mentioned the large treasure or something.
Well, yes.
Do you think it could be related?
There's all sorts of treasures within... Related? Oh, I see what you mean. It's possible, but it doesn't really matter. It must be stopped in either case.
Of course.
I have taken the liberty of separating you into groups, but if you have any opinions on who you'd like to group with, by all means. Oh boy! Time for dodgeball picks.
Pick me, pick me.
Okay. So, essentially, this is going to be the really cool part.
Well, hang on. Kaleo, before we get into that, could I see the blueprint of the castle one more time? Just want to get a closer look.
He'll show you the blueprint of the castle.
Is it like fucking big?
Yeah, it's a mega dungeon.
Okay.
He's sending in
He, like, looks up.
He's sending in 3 adventuring groups to take care of it.
He looks up and like shakes his head. He says, "Sir, I don't think it's rightly fair that he gets an island."
Uh-oh. Avery's breaking up.
You're breaking up.
And
The desert's taking him.
You're still
Yeah.
breaking up.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
He's gone.
Top of that,
You keep cutting in and out.
Oh, he's muted now and it's still going.
Yeah.
I think it's delayed. It's just delayed.
Tragic.
Fuck.
Oh, there you go.
Wait.
Oh, no, he's still muted.
Okay, let me know if you can hear me now.
Yeah, it sounded good. It sounded good then.
Sounded
Yeah.
good.
You sound good.
Okay, cool. I was just saying that it don't sit right with me.
And there he goes again.
God damn it, dude. He goes into character, it breaks. It is fucking
I
breaks.
guess Jordan is just not allowed to have an opinion.
Oh dear, look at me, I'm
and
He's not allowed to have an opinion, apparently.
He's not allowed to complain. No complaints. He's getting the island. You gotta be sure Jagan doesn't have some sort of magic. He's fucking with us. That's funny.
Felix said no.
So that's what happens when you cast slow.
Alright, Avery. One more time.
He's still muted.
not fair.
Okay. Not fair. I think I get the gist of what you were saying. Kaleo will look up to Joseph and will say, well, yes, perhaps. And then Yagan will just say, it may not be fair to you, but it's the price of my admission. Well, I believe that Joseph makes a good point. I mean, I don't have the authority to give you the island anyway. Well, then who does it belong to? Technically it doesn't belong to anyone. So I take it then. Well,
Race you.
Race me? Let me make this very clear, because there seems to be some whelps that don't understand their place. I will help you take this place. I will give whatever shares of treasure that you find. I don't intend to interfere with that. After we complete our mission, I will take the island, and if any of you want to stop me, you are welcome to fucking try.
Thumbs up.
Good. He'll cross his arms.
Right, anyway. Now that the muscleheads are done bickering.
Kaleo will continue. Well, in either case, I would very much like to avoid bloodshed between us. There is a far greater threat than our petty deviances over land and treasure. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of making the preparations of separating us into groups. 3 should do it. We can go into each of the different access points. There are 4, I suppose, if you count the forest, but 3 is certainly better than 1. And I intend to make a base camp just on the shore of the island to give us a place to fall back to. Myself and Pop Thistle, of course.
I guess you could take the pub camp we just cleaned out.
Oh, no, that's too far away. I am referring to the shore on the island.
Aha.
I intend to be quite hands-on in this regard. He'll chuckle and smile at his own joke, and then we'll stop when seeing nobody else's. Anyway, come, let us discuss how we will arrange things. Alright. So out of character, one of the cool things that you guys get to do is you get to influence how the parties are made. I will tell you this. There is a way to arrange these parties that they are all successful and that they don't fall apart due to chaos.
Oh god, it's Mass Effect.
Alright.
Alright, they're not actually on the table, I'm just separating them for you guys.
Yeah.
Alright. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing it. Just pick from these 8. So you have 8 adventures to choose from. The idea is that you guys have to make 3 parties. Now, obviously, yourselves are included in that. So, you'll make one of the parties, and then the other two you'll have to decide how they're arranged.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
I think it's
I actually-
obvious that. Oh shit.
yeah.
That this
her
one
and her.
does not go with this one.
Yeah, they are going to fight.
Yeah,
at the very
let's
least, to
keep those
begin
two far
with.
away
I
from
think-
each other.
I think Miss Glass and Miss Antoinette are actually have proven that they've worked together before. They know each other.
Yeah,
They were here sitting talking.
Yep.
they were
and
companions.
This guy as a Simon does fit well with her.
Right, but then that might limit the healing because that's the thing is she's a primary healer, he's a primary healer, right?
I do not know how the
So
classes work.
he
that
would
are not
have to be
fighting.
on this team. So it's a matter of I think what we do is oh, this is difficult.
Oh, real quick. Felix doesn't say anything the entire time.
We know.
Why don't we just take
He- he
no
just-
nonsense people?
He
He's a
just
quiet boy. We get it.
he sits there and is just menacing the entire time. However, he does
Why
listen
don't we just
to
take the no nonsense people and put them together?
instructions.
Yeah,
you
well,
want to
this guy's a
spread out.
frontliner. He's a frontliner. Frontliner.
He's a
healer.
lone fighter, right? So he should
He's
be
a
with
fighter
more
barbarian,
range.
right?
Yes.
All right.
He's a fighter.
Ancestral warrior, which is fighter barbarian.
Yep.
Primal, which is sorcerer barbarian.
Yep.
Shaman, which is cleric barbarian. Etiquette glass, which is bard druid, which is Aaron. Moritaria, which is warlock druid, which is the phage.
She makes
Asura.
corpse bombs.
Asura, which is a barbarian monk. John Horton, who is playing a keyweaver, which is a
Sorcerer monk.
sorcerer monk, sorry. And Mozak Kin, who is playing a lone soldier.
Yeah, like lone soldier works best when they're like with fewer martial classes
Yeah.
because they want
Yeah, more
healing.
Fewer
casters.
front line is good for him.
Yeah.
He can be off by
So like
himself.
barbarian, sorcerer, barbarian, cleric, bard, druid, warlock, druid.
I'd honestly probably put Mozak with Moritaria.
That's what I was thinking of. I was gonna look up Phage because I was like, it'd be good for him.
him. With Jagan.
As we're looking for less martial characters for him to be effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, those with Wonder Words can move around a lot easier, so they can stay away from him, out of his range.
Yeah.
The Wonder Words are him, her. Well, not so what gender he is, but doesn't matter.
Felix is a
All right.
what you can tell from his pecs and cock. Sorry.
It's massive.
Nice
cock.
cock.
His
Nipple
massive,
pinchy.
his massive cock. Sorry, I don't know. Hearing Nob say that in his accent fucking cracked me up. Massive cock.
I'm here to please.
Okay.
And so is he.
I think Sky Reader, Scarwise, Mortaria, and Felix.
Can we?
Don't ask me why. I just like the way they look together.
I'm not.
There's no logic behind any of what I just said. This is what my gut tells me.
We need to. Should also have the two druids on two separate squads so they can manage exposure for both the sides.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the fact they hate each other.
Because he's a cleric barbarian, so
So maybe with Mozak and Quinn, Soren would actually be really good with that. Because while he's technically a martial character as well. He's also good for healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these three and Moriel. Talia.
Yeah.
Could be one.
Looks like you guys are leading over to making some choices. So if there's 2 slots here, where do you want Moritaria to go? So we'll say first slot here.
Yeah.
So who's going with her?
I would say the lone. This is ranged,
Yeah,
right? And
what
we
is that?
need the lone.
Our lone warrior.
Okay.
Yeah.
And didn't we say Sorn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I'm presuming that Mortaria, although being a druid, she's probably a bit more of a blasty druid, being a warlock as well.
She makes dead bodies go boom.
Yeah, so
And I think that's also with poison damage that she does.
yeah.
That's so crazy. Mozak makes dead bodies.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Fourth slot?
I'm thinking John Horton or
I think one of the monks. I think one of the
one of
monks.
the monks.
He's more ranged, I think. Right? Sorcerer monk, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can use key or spell slots to cast spells, but he needs to gain key in order to use it, and not use spell
Yeah,
slots.
that probably could work pretty well actually.
Is Shaman
Yeah.
melee heavy, or how is Shaman?
Guess I'll go over their builds.
You please? That would change so much.
Mozak Ken is a lonely soldier who specializes in the falchion, 2-handed weapon cleaving.
Okay.
Moritaria is a phage which specializes in necrotic damaging spells, exploding corpses, and also a like a side hustle of melee damage. Soren Skyreader is a primal that uses thrown weapons as well as melee weapons. He is a full switch hitter caster.
Okay.
So he can just do whatever he wants. John Horton is a... He's a fucking cool character, alright?
Is he your favorite?
No. But I really like him.
Would he be in your top 5? Maybe. There we go. That's all I need. Thank you.
I just looked over phase. The dark hair, the explosive thing, is within 30 feet.
Okay, so anyway, what I was saying about John Horton is he is actually a switch hitter monk that uses a sling to generate his key, and then he uses it to cast his spells.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he
Okay.
uses a sling. Which is cool.
So it's
The
kind of like a
that's
party
fucking
of
hilarious.
switch hitters and a melee. Okay.
Yeah, but with Mortadin, the corpses have to be within 30 feet of her.
Yeah, and I think for Lone Warrior, they just have to be outside of 20 feet for him.
Yeah.
So they can make that work.
Especially, Wanderer can kind of skirt around the edges of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Yeah,
she was
that
to
was a sling.
summon, would that disturb the Lone Warrior thing? If summoned creature?
Yeah, because those are allies.
Mm.
Please keep in mind that while it is better for a lonely warrior to fight on their own, they don't
only
have
do so
to.
for so long.
Yeah, they don't
She can
have
also
to.
use the minions if she summons anything to cover their rear or things that are threatening their positions. So it's not like she has to use them to support him all the time.
Yeah, they have to get through him and her summons.
Yeah.
Alright, and as for this team, there's 2 spellcasters, 2 melee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ida?
What's their build?
Sure, I can go over their builds. Etika Glass is an Airn, focusing in area of effect songs. So she's a little bit more damage oriented, but she also has plenty of healing. Like, Airns are just really versatile, so she doesn't really have to choose between those things. To give you an idea, so you kind of know what an Airn is, I know some of you haven't reviewed the classes. They're a dancing-based kind of bard druid. They get a bunch of extra bonuses by using abilities that trigger off allies being next to each other. And since including herself, they can all go melee, that's really helpful. She also gets the ability to double those effects. It's just really good. She can make one person very strong as well.
Then it's very good that we don't have her with kin.
And then you have Antoinette of Twist River, who is just damage for days, just throwing shit out.
Yep, that's Primo.
Just shooting. I'm here to cast fuck you fireballs. That's what she's there to do.
You got hit by it? You were too close.
You have Felix Rusco, who is playing an Asura. The cool thing about him is that he is an ex-practitioner, so he has a bunch of practitioner gear on his Asura fighting style, so he's fighting with anger and science.
Nice.
Which is really fucking sick.
He's a mad scientist.
He's
Angry Bill Nye.
He's a mad scientist, but not mad as in crazy.
Bill Nye.
He's a mad scientist, except the mad isn't crazy. The mad is pissed off. That's pretty good.
Genius.
Angry Bill Nye.
So yeah, that gets past his key requirements because casting spells on him reduces his key. His things that he make alchemically do not.
Hmm.
Dude, they got jacked Neil deGrasse Tyson on their team.
Yes. And Neil to beat ass Tyson.
They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine.
And then Yagan
Tyson.
Scarwise is a dual wielding specialist ancestral warrior. Specifically, he dual wields long swords.
That was really devastating whenever the Myrmidons did that shit.
Oh, they're really basic. His is fully specialized. It's pretty fucking good.
Right. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Like, theirs was devastating, and he's fully into that shit.
Yeah. His short story is a battle report of all the people he killed.
Yep.
If you ever want to get a read on why Yagan thinks he gets the island, it's that. That's why he thinks he gets the island.
Yeah,
So-
makes sense. But yeah, these two teams look good. Any problems anyone sees?
Now, let's start trying to look for issues that can arise. Like
Healing? And probably some healing.
healing from her,
Healing.
because she's a druid.
Yeah.
She'd have access to druid spells like Healing Word, possibly.
Gotta love a practitioner.
Yeah, so, well, an issue I can see happening is the fact that these two are melee, and Antoinette wants to be throwing seems like she wants to be doing AoE fireballs and things.
She can be melee as well.
So does Ataka. Ataka's also
Yeah,
specialized
so-
in area effects.
Yeah, they can all be melee with benefits for
Ataka
AoE.
can also make Felix.
Please remember that Antoinette is also a barbarian, and she can choke someone out. She has no problem doing this.
Yes, just like how she
Primo.
wants to choke Thalion out.
She's a caster that can throw hands as well, so...
Antoine ain't no bitch.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be looking at that elf
She-
booty right there. Look at that.
So you have
He's
switch
looking at
hitters
Thalion
with
like a
lone
tree.
soldier, and then you have the balanced
Yeah.
group.
Marshall, right?
Yes.
Marshall
three-
check.
Marshall.
I think this group's gonna struggle with that, like getting
No,
battlefield
because-
knowledge.
Because Soren is also a marshal, isn't he?
No,
Mhm.
he is a...
Bard
Yeah.
cleric.
Yeah, he's part barbarian.
He's barbarian.
Is he-
He's barbarian cleric.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
it's
so they
Marshall,
have that.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Three marshals,
Yeah,
three
they
marshals.
got plenty of marshal.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
so,
the marshalling isn't the problem.
yeah. Is there an issue you think
Hey.
you can see here, Nob?
With where we're going, how's our Arcana look?
Arcana.
Oh, I can do that. I can go over skills. Over here, these two have Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has religion and nature.
That'll be
He
helpful.
has Chad stuff. He doesn't have any of that.
He is just Chad.
It's athletics and martial.
Based.
She has history and nature and Arcana. She
Okay.
does not have Arcana.
Oh,
Could have fooled me, dude. Could have fooled me.
I don't give a shit how they work. Die.
it's
I
magic,
don't
bitch.
know
I
how
don't gotta
this
explain
works.
shit.
Have a fireball.
He has
Yeah.
Arcana
Oh, okay.
and Martial, and Yagan has Martial and Animal Handling.
I'm
Okay.
noticing a lack of perception checks.
And survival.
Yeah, and Survival.
Yeah.
From any of them.
Well, no, Yagan has Survival as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
That's good.
I will
So
tell you, nobody on
those
the
guys
left
won't
side
get
has Survival.
lost.
Yeah.
Well, if only one person
Oh, actually,
has survival in the
does
group.
the Shaman?
Orc?
Oh, he
That's
has
orc,
Survival.
yeah.
He has Survival because he's an Orc. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so each one has survival. Did we just pick out dream teams?
Well, hang on. Nobody has
Are we
perception
fans?
checks at all.
Are we fantasy?
We can't.
Okay, so about that, nobody has Perception team trained on any of these characters. So
We
Yeah,
can't
The
fix a
druids
car with
have
no
good
wheels.
wisdom. The druids have good wisdom.
they have
so
good
should-
wisdom. Yeah,
The
yeah.
D&D version
They
of
do.
So does he,
fantasy
because he's a
football.
cleric as well.
Yeah,
But they-
cleric, monk, those two have pretty good wisdom. Druid has high wisdom.
Monk
He's
as well.
a monk, wisdom.
I will.
seems like-
I will tell you, Felix does not have high wisdom. He has high int because he was a practitioner.
Ah.
He's gonna have high wisdom because it seems like he's kind of a nature boy, you know.
Looks a character sheet. No, no, he does not.
Bro, look at that outfit. He's got a bear on his fucking house sigil or whatever.
He
That's
doesn't
his
know handling. He
self-identification.
doesn't have high wisdom.
My
You mean
disappointment is-
you mean the future ruler of Bear Island?
Yeah.
Am I invited?
God dang it, can
I'm
I be
a
the
bear.
Duke of Bear Island, please?
I will tell you, perception checks. None of them have them, so might as well just take that L.
Or
Taking
stealth?
that L.
Or
Stealth. Let me see if any of them have stealth. Hold on.
Do any of them have healer's kit stuff?
I think Antoinette might have stealth in there somewhere.
None of them have stealth either. So
Heard.
Alright.
So these people just kind of run and gun. That's cool.
Alright, healers, kids.
Yeah.
Etika has healers. Felix has healers. Felix has a lot of shit. He has a lot of kits. And Sorn has healer kit. Pretty sure.
Okay, so they have some non-magical healing for when they
Okay.
need to watch their exposure limits.
So I'm confused.
I think this group right here is going to be just fine.
I think
I'm
the
a little
last
confused
thing
about
is
John, actually.
What's
Because
up?
isn't it like whenever monks have exposure, their focus is reset?
Not with that
Right there.
type of
You're right
monk.
So the Key Weaver. I'm glad you asked. So the Key Weaver, and as well as most of the monks that cross into spellcasting,
Magic?
into magic, yeah. So the first thing that the Key Weaver gets is Burning Key, which is whenever you would spend a point of key, you increase your exposure. This exposure does not reset your focus. And Key Spell is you may use Key to cast spells instead of using their spell slots. And if you do it that way, it does not produce exposure.
Holy shit.
So if he casts with his Key, it doesn't produce any exposure.
But he can use his spell slots in emergency.
Yeah, he can if he wants to set his focus to 0 or... I mean, he could still do it. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a way around exposure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep,
That
and
was
any
my
exposure that
main
would jump to
worry, and it
him,
has been
he can just
assuaged.
take.
and cheat.
Oh yeah, also do it.
So the last thing I think we have to consider is just personality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a
These
pretty
guys-
good split.
Okay.
Get it
Let's
done.
give me some insight checks, and then we can go over some quick personality rundowns.
15.
26.
Nice.
Do 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 deep. Bebop bebop bop bop.
There's a lot of personality here. That's the only worry.
There is. I like making characters.
It feels
Alright.
so weird to be critiquing the builds Arcadum is making.
Yes, it's kind of reversed on you a little bit there. Okay, so we'll start with our good boy John. Good old John. Hold on. Can I not? All right, so John was a farmer before he suddenly discovered his propensity towards monkhood, as it was used to fight off bandits with random stuff he found around the farmyard. Realizing that he could be attacked at any time, he started to train in his spare time, and whilst he was doing so, he actually discovered that he had a sorceress mark upon his body, which he had long since thought to be a birthmark. When the Metharians came, he had to leave everything behind. His farm was taken, and everything that he had built for his whole life stolen from him. John then traveled towards the south, thinking to perhaps even to escape Corvinus, and that is where he met a younger Kaleo, and the two of them became fast friends. Kaleo helped John understand his sorceress gifts, as John helped Kaleo with his various escapades. They became good friends, and John found a new purpose. No longer a farmer, but a freedom fighter for those that would be born with the sorceress mark. He is neutral good alignment. Yeah, John Horton. Okay. Sorry.
Is he married, Arcadum? I
We
need to
getting
know.
background
He is
on
not.
each of these guys?
He is not. Well, the inside is so you can find out about their alignments, their personalities, and the little tiny backstory tidbits that you kind of pick up while listening in on everybody talk. This is also supposed to be representative of the downtime as well, because during the downtime you'll be speaking to them and listening in and all kinds of stuff. So this is just a way for me to kind of incorporate that naturally. You can also obviously follow up and speak to any of them, to your heart's content, whatever you want to do. Give me just a second. Oh, not that. There it is. Alright, next up is Soren Skyreader. Soren Skyreader, a member of the Skyshout clan, is an orc that is young and burdened with the terrible gift of leadership. He is currently on a pilgrimage, seeking what the spirits have told him on how to save his clan, and indeed, save orcs of all creeds, colors, and kinds. The spirits speak to him as he walks, guided by a hand he cannot see. Soren is chaotic good. Next up is Mozak. Mozak Quinn is a foreigner, coming from the lands of Kalkatesh, specifically Majatol, once serving as a mage guard before the eruption of the Scarab Wars renewed. Wanting to run away from his once easy job of easy money and easy women, he made his way across the ocean in order to put his skills to a different test, and mostly to avoid what has become of Kalkatesh. Upon arriving on Corvinus, he made a quick name for himself with the strength of his blade and the sharpness of his wit. He now serves in Kaleo's personal house guard, and has oftentimes in the past served him on various missions. Mozak is here for the money, for the fun, and maybe one day meet somebody. He's running out of time, though. He is lawful good. Also, somebody's got a lot of feedback coming from their mic.
Yeah, we heard his entire backstory on the way back.
Well, we only got through chapter 1.
Yeah, because he only has like chapter 1 written.
Yes, correct. He wants you to know about him.
Well, we have the full spread of the good alignment.
And also how single he is.
Well, I
Please.
feel like we're about to disrupt the good train here in a second.
Oh, right. For Moritaria, things are a little bit easier. Moritaria is a half-elf that was thrown away by her families on both sides. She wandered the western woods, basically surviving off scavenging the forest, until within that scavenging she learned the truth of death and decay. Nature itself spoke to her, and when she returned to the City of Glass, she began her studies as a proper druid. And then, when the studies became too rigid, abandoned the City of Glass and took its head to the Door of Spirits. And there, she discovered the secret of death and decay, and began to facilitate her powers in that regard. Moritaria is a no-nonsense, straightforward character that believes that nuance is for the living, and truth is for the dead. She is lawful evil.
Not as
So,
much.
neutral good, chaotic good, lawful evil.
Well,
The best
least
kind of
it's-
evil.
at least it's tilting towards good.
She's lawful, so she is willing to work with others, but let's see the other alignments before we start talking about that.
All
like-
right.
You're okay.
Etika Glass is about as straightforward of an elf as you can get. Born in the West, servant of the West, patriot of the West. She believes that what the church is doing is fundamentally wrong in nearly every classification of how wrong could be. Etika is a member of the rebellion, and is indeed constantly striving to see that the Western way is spread across all of Corvinus, the Druidic circles restored, and her people finally freed from the yoke of tyranny. She is here because Kaleo is an ally of the West, and she hopes that, with his continued success, that the Western rebels might be able to establish an official embassy within Saphira, and therefore be forced to be recognized by the Church of Mytheria. She is chaotic good.
Okay.
They would not work together.
hmm Those two on the opposite side of the alignment.
Exact
Mhm.
opposites.
Yep, like how we see they are right now.
Gotta have a bingo card for that
All
one.
right, here we go. Antoinette was born in the city of Twist River to a dad who wanted a son, and to a mother who drank herself to death before she was old enough to walk. Her father loved her in his own kind of twisted way. He took care of her, taught her to fight. He died, however. Died in a brawl, stabbed to death somewhere in some dark alley that she never was able to find. Growing up on the street, she took things that she needed from those that were too weak to defend them. Taught the one true rule of this world is that might makes right, and anything else is just piss and shit. Antoinette of Twist River is here because a good fight is here. Kaleo is a rich man, and she wants those riches. She's also, possibly, looking for somebody to maybe spawn with. That would be pretty fun. Antoinette is chaotic neutral. You are unable to identify anything about Felix. Your insight rolls are not high enough.
26 isn't high enough? Damn.
See, Arillia can't just inspire that because it's over a long period of time, right?
Correct. And then finally, Yagan Scarwise. Yagan Scarwise is perhaps not one of the most famous warriors, but that isn't because he is not worthy of fame. Yagan just simply doesn't care about it, so he has made no remarks and no attempts to get along with anyone. However, in battle, he is truly an artist. His focus is and always has been on perfecting the combat form. living in the fight, not because he enjoys killing necessarily, but rather that it is the methodology by which he might live his life to the fullest. However, Yagan is an aging man and is thinking of the future. It is time to settle. It is time to build his castle where they will bury his bones. Yagan is lawful neutral.
Alright, that's all the alignments.
Alright, there you go.
I have no further inputs about the parties.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they're pretty well set up.
chaotic
first
good,
try.
chaotic neutral, unknown, lawful neutral.
Yeah, you can't even pay that guy to talk.
3 good, 1 evil. I still like these teams overall.
Yeah.
Any important feats we should know?
Yeah, who's got tactician?
I'm sorry, what? Sorry, I was reading something.
Their
Any
feats.
How many toes they got?
I mean, if you want me to go over their entire full builds, we'd be here forever. But essentially, they are focused
They're
in the things.
level.
They are focused in the things I told you guys they're focused in.
Okay.
What if we?
I think they're set up
What
pretty
if we
well.
swap these two?
No, let Mosak hit on Mori. It'd be great.
I think
No, because
these two will keep
I
the
was
balance
thinking
of
of-
this guy.
Yeah.
They know each
I was
other,
thinking if
right?
we swap anything, we should swap Felix and Mosak.
No. Well,
Problem
I'm
is,
not.
this is like a
that.
full melee, but they can go full melee if they
Or
want.
shit, not Felix.
This is a switch hitter group. They have a lot of.
Scarwise. I was thinking Scarwise and Mosak.
Switch these two.
That was just my. Just because I'm worried about that group being so.
They would lose their
good
survival
leaning.
focus person.
I think
True.
this guy will probably just overrun these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not her.
Yeah, I was gonna say not her.
This is
He would
like
clash with her, I think.
group like not as strong wills. They're more likely to figure it out themselves who's gonna lead at a time. Like it could be Sorn for a while, and if he's tired of the burden of leadership, probably Mosak might
I think
take over for a
Antoinette
bit.
And
Mosak
Jagan
would
will
just
butt
kinda
heads,
take over.
but I think they'll butt heads in a good way.
Yeah.
No, dude, my
Yeah.
guy Soren is literally burdened with leadership. He's on a pilgrimage to
Yeah.
become a better leader. This is the perfect place for him.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah.
I like this party setup.
Yeah, I do too.
The thing I could think would be maybe this might be reaching, but could we make more martial checks to see if we missed something crucial?
About the party dynamics, like how they would function, maybe.
I cannot let you
Awesome.
roll to win. No, I cannot tell you the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just sounds like rolling to win.
Well, you know, like whenever you get like riddles and you're not actually smart enough to solve it, but your character might be.
I will
Too
tell
bad.
you. I will tell you. So far, your reasoning has been pretty good. I won't tell you if that's the most optimal way to do it, but it has been reasonable so far. You have not said anything that you in character would not have said.
I mean, I like these two teams overall.
Yeah, and they don't seem like they would clash too much, except for the alignments on here with her.
Well, the
I
thing
mean, no one's evil except her.
But since she's lawful, I think it'll still be okay.
She's functional
Oh, dude.
evil.
yeah,
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
pretty much. I'm not. She like.
She won't
She's
screw
go-
these guys over to get ahead. No.
He's also
Yeah.
going to a place that's like right up her alley of research, so I'm
Yeah.
sure she'll just be in the
And
environment.
these guys, I think they seem, even though they are good, right? John's not smart. Soren probably doesn't understand necromancy. Moazic is, well, he's Moazic. He's cool. Whereas Morteria is focused on this sort of thing. It's her understanding. So if anything, they're gonna at least heed her advice on what to do. If they're smart, right? If they're wise enough to know that like she's knowledgeable on this, we should listen to what she suggests.
Yep, and this guy has high int for this team.
Yeah, he has high int. He's a former practitioner, so he understands undead. So he's the person that would know, like, oh yeah, if it's undead fiends, like the undead stuff is bad. Don't touch that. So
I didn't even think about that. That's really good.
yeah.
Yeah, we might have to expressly remind them that they need to listen and take her opinion into account, but other than that, I think we got two good teams right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I can't think of a better combination.
All right. Sounds like you guys have locked it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. All right, so everybody kind of backs off from gathering around the planning board, and each of the groups takes a seat at each of their tables, representing that they are grouped together. Leo will stand in the middle. That's your guys' table. You guys should sit all there.
Ah, he's joining us?
No, he's unconscious.
Fair.
So we'll just shove him over here.
I was about to say, I'll push him out of his seat.
Or Pop Thistle.
Look at what sins the father did to him. I know.
I cleared it out for you.
Don't get John killed. That's funny.
Huh? What? Oh.
That's so funny.
Thank you.
All right. As everybody takes their seats.
Gotta drag it, hold shift, and then
hold shift.
Okay.
When you do it, well,
all right.
click and hold and drag.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Head pats. Head pats.
I'm still working on it.
Are you good?
Good.
When I see somebody trying to
It's been a
It's gonna be me. All right. At this point, everybody has kind of arranged themselves into the groups that they're going to be in, and Kaleo will continue. Well then, now that we've got all that settled, next we must form a plan of attack.
I'm sorry, it just looks like he's sitting on Pop Thistle.
Yeah, I'm standing on him. Kaleo will then use his magic to make the parchment of the map float up above so everyone can see it. And then he will designate, I think it is important that if we choose to attack, that we attack simultaneously and with an expressed goal. Now, the blueprints indicate that the centralmost point of the castle is its armory, and more importantly, its aqueduct also leads to that space in the armory, as the water is used for the forge there. If that is true, then the focus will be to get to the armory, to find the root cause, the source, have it destroyed. No doubt there will be many defenses. And as such, the North Gate appears to have the least amount of land leading up to it. But it is also one that has high scalable cliffs, and from what I can see, the least amount of damage from the lake. It could be scalable. The western approach appears to be the official approach that one could use in order to get onto the island. It has a pier, but will no doubt be watched and heavily guarded. The southern one is risky. The sandbanks are long, barely hidden beneath the water's surface. Getting a ship or boat there will be difficult. They'll have to wade through much of the water, in ankle-deep or waist-deep water in order to reach the shore, I suspect, and indeed, with no cover. Easily spotted, and perhaps even shot. And then there is through the darkened forest. Who knows what is lying out there? but it certainly has the most cover. Tell me, as he turns towards your party, which do you think that you would like to attempt? And now we get to decide who's going where. There are 4 options of attack.
I'm partial to the woods.
I personally want to take the shores.
The woods fit us pretty good because we have stealth and survival, but would it be better for the groups that are not so stealthy to go there, or is it better?
You can also
Well, I
ask
was-
for opinions at this point.
I would like to ask for Sorn's opinion because I recall he knew a way to get to the island without angering the spirits.
Sorn will then speak. Well, I mean, it's... The only way we're going to be able to risk this without pissing off the spirits is if we do it all at the same time. The safest route, though, probably not the north. Once you're on the island, the spirits can't do much, except blow the wind at you. But if you're climbing, they'll be able to scrape you right off the side. I think we shouldn't attack from the north.
That's another good question. Who here can actually climb those cliffs?
Yagan will raise his hand. Felix will raise his hand. John will raise his hand. Mozak will raise his hand. And Sorn will raise his hand.
So 3 climbers here, 2 over here.
That's 4
At this
points,
point,
right?
Moritaria will just roll her eyes. Anyone with me is not going to have to climb. I can simply lift us up there.
Right.
Well, that kind of solves the getting blown off a mountain problem.
Sorn will scratch his head. You possess the powers of flight? Not true flight, no, but there are ways to get around your silly spirits. Sorn did not like that. Sorn will remember that.
Mortaria, are you not a druid yourself? Do you not respect the spirits?
No.
But-
Druidic training does not equate to.
Did you say
druidic
something?
beliefs.
Them to
Yeah.
someone?
Yeah, to Mortaria, I said, are you not a druid yourself? Do you not respect the spirits?
That's a pretty heavy presumption because I think they're silly. That I don't respect them. Keep your opinions to yourself.
I really want these groups to work together efficiently. Not for no one to harbor any ill feelings or doubts.
Oh, our feelings are going to be hurt. We're adults and professionals. Please continue, Kaleo. And then Mori will just look over to Kaleo. Done speaking about that. Moving on to that, though, Kaleo will say, well, if we want to take the north and you think that you can lift them up, wouldn't the exposure, leave you exposed? Mori will nod. I suppose it is a chance, but I can also conceal my exposure for a time. No doubt, however, that it is as you said, that once we set foot on the island, it won't matter anyway. They'll know we're there. Kaleo will nod, stroking his chin. That is true. Go ahead, guys.
Well, then I was also thinking that Scarwise's group could take the official route by the docks. They seem like they have the firepower to just push through whatever's waiting for them.
Antoinette will immediately say, I like him. That's a great idea. Let's go in the front fucking door. Blast all these fucks. Kill them all. Take their stuff. I like that. Etika will raise her hand. Hold, Antoinette. We need to think about this. It's like, what's there to think about, love? Somebody's gotta go in the front. Might as well be us. This old man looks like he can swing a sword at least. Yagan will throw back his head and laugh. That's true, girl, I can. And it looks like you could what? Throw light at them? I can throw fire, old man. Certainly enough to melt your old ass dick. Oh, scathing. You will then see Felix move in his chair. That's all he does.
Can I insight that? I want to.
Sure.
Let me insight that, okay.
Please. He's my favorite.
He's my favorite.
23.
Felix is paying attention and thinks these distractions are distractions.
Hmm.
With that, Kaleo will continue. So it seems as if you're wanting to do a frontal assault? Yagan will nod. Aye, my party will do that. And then Antoinette will look over. Your party? What makes you think you're leader? Old Dick, remember? Ah, that's true, he does. It's very old and senile.
You had opinions there, Miss Glass. Would you like to speak them?
Well, I just think there should be some subtlety. I mean, just because we go in the front doesn't mean we have to be loud. I possess
Well, if you're
plenty
loud,
of... I
it'll
possess...
also take some heat off us.
I possess plenty
Continue.
of... She will
Sorry,
frown.
Arcadum. Sorry, I was trying to talk over him to say continue.
Yeah, after he was talking over me. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm cutting out. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening.
She will continue and she will say, I possess plenty of magics that will allow us to subtly infiltrate, even in front of our enemies' very noses.
So what you could do? So you can infiltrate behind them and surprise them. Yes.
Well, I mean, if she could do that, then maybe she should be the crew that wades through the water.
Well, now, I have the ability to make us breathe underwater, so we could easily take the shores too. Avoid any fire if we just don't poke our heads above the water.
It's waist deep.
Doesn't mean we can't duck under if we need to.
You never just crawled through the shores on your hands at the beach?
And say that I have.
It's fun.
What's the beach?
It's a place where you get sand in your trunks.
You know what a beach is. You crossed the fucking ocean. Oh wait, were you the one that did that super young?
No.
You
I'm
didn't
just
come
messing
across-
with Joseph.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Okay, anyway, Kaleo will say, well, if that's the case, then we have someone who wants to go... sorry. What do you feel of the forest? Are there any amongst you that would like to attempt it?
Oh, us.
We have the skills to. We can. Thalion's proven himself to be capable of helping us navigate regions stealthily, quietly.
But ain't the concern that there might not be an entrance into the castle itself through the forest? What if we just go through all that wood and we hit a wall?
And I suppose we will have to deal with that when we get to there.
Or you can take down the wall.
Or we could plan to deal with that here before we get there.
Kaleo will say, the blueprints show that there is an entrance on the other side of the forest. Unless it's been sealed, but I don't think that would have happened.
Okay, I just remember you saying that there wasn't an easterly entrance, that there was just dark woods.
There was not an easterly entrance of a gate. That doesn't mean there is no way inside.
If there's a wall, we go over it. Simple as that.
I think the woods fit as well.
Yeah, I like the woods.
Yeah. I think woods are better for us.
All right. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a plan. So, you wish to go through the woods. He'll gesture to your party. And you wish to try the north? Despite what the spirits might think? Mori will nod, and the others will just kind of go along with it. And you wish to attack through the front? Oh, fuck yeah, we do! Let me at something, please! Well, then I think we have a bit of a plan. And then you will hear this. Felix will snap his fingers twice. Kaleo will look over at him, and then he will say, he will speak for the first time.
Oh, let's go.
That's all very well and good, wizard. But there's something that you haven't spoken about. If there's a plague here, it could already be infected. How do we prevent ourselves from being infected? Kaleo will kind of stroke his chin and will say, I will admit, I don't know. I possess what I believe will remove the sickness, but I don't know if it is applicable to the body. I was hoping that you would provide your expertise. Perhaps you wouldn't mind, Mr. Rusko, of providing... He will interject. I left that life behind, Kaleo, you know that. But... if you've already done the work, I'll see it finished. Give me what you have so far, and I'll see what I can do.
I'm no expert on diseases and such, but I am a trained alchemist, and I do have some samples of what we fought against. I'm just offering my help if you got the time.
Kaleo will look over to Joseph, and then we'll look over to Felix. Felix? Or, sorry, he wouldn't say that. Mr. Rusko? Felix will respond by simply going, ugh, and shifting in his chair.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Go Peril.
You were
That's
actually able to read his emotion. That means, sure.
Peril pogs a little bit but won't speak up. Instead, just look at Joey, give him like the smallest thumbs up and a nod, and turn back around.
I look forward to working with you then, sir.
Hmm.
I get my nerd glasses out of here somewhere.
With
Like,
that,
do you need to wear glasses?
with that, Kaleo will go, well, we have a battle plan. Oh, as for me, I'll be setting up my encampment here with Pop Thistle. He will point at a part of the map indicating a small cove that is sheltered from the rest of the fortress's site. It will be small, but it will be a place for you to resupply and rest if you require it.
All right.
Yeah, rest is very much required.
Oh, he meant
Oh.
as you adventure
Mhm.
in the future.
Future base camp, basically.
All right.
Well then,
Ari's still thinking about bedtime.
it seems to me that we have a plan. A very good one, I think. Well, drinks and food are on me tonight. Rest well. Tomorrow we begin. Pardon me, I should get Pop Thistle to bed. Come along, good man. Oh, she left me! Oh, I know, yes, very good.
Just scoops him up.
Very good.
He's
All
gonna
right.
come to regret saying that drinks were on him.
Alright, drinks and food are passed out by Coven and his workers as everyone settles in with their new parties in order to establish themselves. And this is a moment where you guys can mingle. Wow! Hot mingles in your area?
Arcadum.
Yeah.
Is there anything, like, are they, like, as we're beginning to mingle, is any group of them, like, conversing loudly? Like, or seeming to be, not loudly, but, like, there's strife
I mean, if you're looking for loud,
Do we need to separate any of these children?
No. Alright, looks like our first up is Peril. You come and take a seat at the table, and you can see Antoinette already saying, "So your name's, Rusco?" Why are you wearing that mask? Are you handsome under there? Is that why you're wearing it? I bet so. Come on, let me see it. Antoinette, leave him alone. He doesn't want to take his mask off. Oh, come on, let him see it. Come on, let me see it. I am interested to know who I'm fighting alongside. It is strange that you wear a mask amongst comrades, at least. Roscoe will pull back his hood, and he will reveal that his mask is nailed to his face.
Yo!
I was gonna say fuck it, mask off, but I won't.
Yagan will then throw back his head. Ha 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 ha! That is hardcore! Oh, sorry, mate. Doubt you're that beautiful under there after that operation, huh? You have to... Why are you being so rude, Antoinette? What, I'm not. He probably is not handsome anymore if he's got nails in his face. Well, that's true. I could probably heal that for you. All right. What are you rolling for, Peril?
Just Felix's general reactions to the party.
His reactions are, oh god, not another question about this. I don't think I was ever handsome. This mask hurts. Lady with dark hair is kind of nice. Yagan is a bro.
Well,
It seems that Felix liked Yagan. At least the closest that he could like anybody.
Yagan, you do well by Felix, and he'll do the same by you. But while we're at it, anybody down to throw down in a drinking contest?
Oh my god.
Well, looks like this girl's got a death wish. Dwarf, your finest ale and lots of it. My name is Coven Sleet, sir. All right, Coven Sleet, bring your fucking ale over here. No. What? All of our drinks are paid for. Not till you say so nicely. Nice? Aren't you a dwarf?
I can bring him over, sir. Don't mind him.
Nope, you will not. Not until he says he's sorry.
Well, you hear that, Yagan? Now we gotta wait because of you.
Fine, I'm sorry. Fuck, just give me the ale. That'll do. Here, take that to him. But he doesn't
Thank
get
you.
the big cup.
Big cup's all mine. Gotcha.
He gets the small cup.
Passes Yagan the smaller cup.
Alright, he will take the bigger cup and give you the smaller cup.
No.
He will athletics check you for it.
Oh, shit.
Do not fuck with him.
And don't spill it either.
Hey.
Oh, dude.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
there it is.
And he will drink it. Glub, 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 glub. Felix will kind of look at him drink. Like a bird watches a corpse.
Christ.
Menacing. Meanwhile, over to the north. So, well, I reckon I had a few questions, if you wouldn't mind answering them. No, I'm not dead. I just look that way. Oh, no, ma'am. I wasn't asking about your skin or your pallid expression or your dead eyes or your faded hair or your wrinkly face or your fingers that look like, the flesh is melting off their bones.
John, I think. you get
Or
it.
also,
While you're ahead.
how you've got
While
cracks in
you're
your head.
ahead.
Well, what were you asking about then? Well, I was just asking, is there a Mrs. Morataria? What? Mr. Morataria. Sorry, I'm not good with, that. Do you have a spouse? No. All right. Good to know. He pulls out a tiny notebook, starts writing in it.
He's got a bunch of check boxes. He just checks single.
Mori will then look over. Your name is Quinn, yes? That's right. Mozak Quinn at your service. I was told that foreign magic was responsible for this. Do you have any insight? Well, I can tell you exactly what kind of insight I have. It all starts in Act 3, Chapter 4 of my personal tale. Oh no.
And
thus she gets fucking waterboarded by Quinn.
I give her a look at just
Or storyboarded.
Storyboarded. You open
I
up
like
the,
that.
the yeah.
Soren will kind of look around and then we'll kind of just wander over here. Oh, never mind.
There you
Yeah?
I just wanted to ask you what, well, what does it take to be a leader?
Big hat?
Big hat.
Oh. So does that mean she's the leader? I think her hat's bigger than mine.
I mean, she can if she wants to. I will not be leading, no. Why don't you do that, orc trying to prove himself? To your clan or whatever? Okay. And what is your first action, do you think, as leader? We have to build morale by drinking and getting to know one another. I meant when we get to the island. We have to establish a perimeter. Perimeter of what? Sweats. To make sure that we aren't attacked. You know we are approaching by the water. How are we supposed to establish a perimeter in the water? By holding our breaths. She would just sigh heavily.
Perhaps, maybe, Miss Mortaria, you could help guide him.
No. He must do it on his own. It is the only way to really learn anything.
No, my dad told me a good leader delegates, I think was the word.
I'm sorry.
Across the room?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to speak up. I can't hear you over there.
A good leader likes to delegate. Man.
I just...
Very well. Sorn, would you like to delegate to us? Yeah, I can do that. So, you are my fire. The one... that's not what delegate means. Oh. Okay.
Delegating.
Rule number 1. That's regulate.
Soren, hey, dear, look at me. Look at me. Delegating means you assign people particular tasks that they will govern on a mission. So, to give you a hint, Miss Mortaria here could be delegated into ensuring you guys aren't infected with anything, right?
What? Why are you here? Don't you have your own group?
Oh yeah, I'm here, but I just... I
Nobody asked you to sit down.
No one told me not to.
Okay, leave then.
Oh, you want to get this way with me, child, huh? You learn to respect your elders.
All right, roll initiative.
Oh, I'm defense. I'm not holding anything.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
you gotta read the room, dude. She will waste you.
Nim, why are you so stupid?
I just,
No, she's fragile.
I'm looking
God,
at
I
her.
sure hope she can't deal 8
Um,
damage.
Don't you know the elderly are fragile?
All right,
why are
Moritaria.
you-
Moritaria will cast a spell and hold it inches from your face. Call me a child again, and you're dead. Any questions?
Sorry,
Fuck off.
I apologize. I'm not. I've had.
I don't care. Why'd you go up to the evil person? Dude, what the fuck?
Why were you trying to go toe to toe at 8 HP?
Oh no, dude. Alright, anyway. Felix will kind of look over as you walk by.
What? Yes, can I help you?
He'll look away. You have no idea what he wanted.
Can I try and insight it since I'm sitting at the table?
Sure.
Why not?
You notice that Felix is looking at Nim's hat. And then looked away when she walks up.
Going to compliment the hat?
Felix, realizing he's been found out, will look over, and then we'll look back. And then we'll look over, and then we'll look at you, Nim, and then we'll give you a thumbs up, and then we'll look away.
Thank you.
He says nothing else. Fuck it, I'll do it. Nice fucking hat and tits. That's what you do.
I'm sure.
That's how you do it, boy. Felix will look over as if he's about to peck out Jagan's eyes. Sorry, I wouldn't say boy, sorry, I'm just used to that. Hold on. If you want to compliment a lady, this is what you do. You look her right in the eye, right? You look her right in the eye, and you just say, nice
Yeah,
tits.
you look me right in the eye.
Yeah, and then you just slap her on the ass like that. He just goes in.
Oh, God.
He goes in. You can dodge if you want.
Well, I take it.
Okay? That is not how you speak to a woman. How I've spoken to every
slap him
woman
on
my
the ass.
entire life.
I slap him on the ass, and I'm sure your old decrepit dick is nice as well.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah.
You might just be old enough to get it, eyebrow wriggles.
Oh, my God.
Please. You need another century before you can come after me.
Ah, sounds good. I'll be waiting. I'll be all boned up, dry and ready.
Oh, alright. That's cheered me up a little bit. Sorry, Felix, Mr. Rusco. I'm just... tense situations.
Unfortunately, Yagan is filthy and does not mind getting dirty. So you should get out of there before you get too drunk.
Hi.
Are
Easy
you,
class.
are you gonna eat your vegetables?
Hmm?
Are you gonna eat your vegetables?
I mean... Yeah? Why?
Damn.
I'll, like, pass him half of my veggies.
You gonna eat those broccoli bits?
I'll
I'm about
pass
the
him
carrots,
half
man.
of it.
I'm about the carrots. Nice. He's been eating this whole time. He stopped to yell at the evil lady.
Howdy.
What the fuck are you?
A traveler?
Yeah? Why don't you travel over there?
Well, you seem the most well traveled here. I was wondering if you recognize this sigil. And I saw him the amulet.
Oh yeah, wasn't Soren wanting that amulet?
No, he showed it to him. He didn't want it.
Okay.
Where'd you get that?
Off
Corpse of
the...
the Fiend.
Yes, that we fought.
Corpse of the Fiend, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of a pendant is this? Alright, starts looking at it.
I don't know.
I mean, I took a look at it once, but only a glance. I didn't really study it. I was a bit out of things.
Sorry,
Arcadum, now that I am in a more
I don't recognize it. I'll hand it back to you, Gale.
Arcadum, now that
nod.
I'm in a more safe and stable environment, can I attempt to history check it again?
No,
Understood.
you already rolled
I'll
once.
Got it. Just wanted to check. And I'll just go back up here.
Hello.
Hi, sister.
Yes?
Are you...
She switches to Elvish. Hi.
Hi, yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
I've met somebody like this before. It's okay, dearie. You'll get past the stutter.
No, I'm trying to figure out what to say because I've never met anyone with my issue.
You've never met an elf before?
I never met somebody whose memory they can't remember anything.
What?
Hi, well, I'd have to tell you a bit. I told you about my mentor Dagda. He found me up in the north. I woke up and I didn't have any memory.
Yeah.
And we fought that fiend, and I felt like I remembered something.
Like what?
I don't know. It was like sort of like feelings, like a hatred, a rage, pain. I felt like I'd fought something similar, like fiends, and I felt like I was someplace different, but I was still present, you know? Like, I was sort of like the past and the present were layered.
Like a time lasagna.
Like, my memory of the fight itself is hazy.
I do not know what the base of your affliction is. Perhaps we will find the secret within the island.
Maybe. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I haven't really done much, but you're welcome to share a drink if you want.
Sure.
Alright, you can sit there. Whoa, that's way too close to Felix's kill range.
Yeah, I'm trying to sit there. I'll just stand there.
He will look at your hat again.
Do you want to wear it for a
over
little
here
bit?
trying to sit on his lap.
He will look away as you look at him.
Do you want to wear my hat for a little bit?
He does
while we're
not
drinking?
respond.
Alright.
So anyway,
Aw.
there I was. I had just hit my period, and this guy was coming up to me and he was like, "Hey, you! I like you! I like what's happening right now. Are you of..." I'm sorry. That's a gross
That's
joke.
just-
That's a gross joke. That's sorry, I'm gonna bail out of that one. I'm not doing that one.
But
I'm not doing the Moon Mancer joke.
Aw, damn it. Come on.
Alright, back over here.
Oh shit.
Yes?
Alright, so at this point, like, Peril's kind of, like, drunkenly stumbled up to him, and he just like, puts a quick arm around Quinn. Mr. Quinn, what you thinking about Miss Maury over there? I think you got a real shot. She seems like the kind that, you know, they'll be like, "No, I don't like you, but yes, I will step on you." And as she's like, if he, like, takes, like, a little glance over at Maury, she's gonna try to steal his drink off the table.
Well, he'll look over there. And then he'll look back. Yeah, you can take the drink, it's fine. And he'll go, "Oh, she's not really my type, unfortunately." And you're both very loud. And she'll look up, but doesn't say anything.
I'm telling you.
See, I like blondes, golden
Got-
satin hair, tall, plump where it matters, kind of stretched out where it is.
She'll
The best features on a woman is legs, of course.
she'll lean in, but Mr. Quinn, I think she might like the fact that you don't like her. That's what her type does.
That sounds toxic.
It sure is.
I don't want to have
But
any
it's-
part of that.
Maybe
All
the
right,
poison
all
witch
right.
is toxic, guys.
So,
Wanders off with an extra beer in her hand.
we'll wait. I'll think we should wait till Gale gets back here, but I think we need to talk amongst ourselves as well.
Howdy.
We barely know each other.
I'm still eating.
She'll look down as you approach. Yes? What do you want?
I was wondering if you knew anything about the sigil, and I saw her the amulet.
She'll take a closer look. I think I recognize this. It looks like it might be. I think this is one of the symbols. No, that can't. And then she'll kind of look it over a little bit more. I recognize the symbol, but I'm afraid I can't tell you from where. I have seen it before, though. No. No, I have.
Arcadum, we've all seen the pendant. What exactly does the symbol look like?
I can show you what it looks like.
How did we not ask this already? Holy shit.
Beep-ba-da-ba-ba, beep-ba-bo-bo.
We're going to get some fantastic Arcadum art.
Hurry, check it out. I stole a beer from the table above us. He had no idea.
Nice.
But,
No
like,
idea.
why?
Good.
Rolled an 8 on sleight of hand.
It seemed
He
like a
had
great
no
idea.
clue.
He didn't even see it.
You
I
can
mean,
have
But
mine too.
why?
That kind of stuff.
Oh, well, why
It's all
not?
it's all paid for already.
Yeah.
just-
So it's not
I'll
like
just-
I really stole.
I'll just slide Peril my mug as I'm not about it.
You just see a lightning fast hand just grab it.
Errol, do we need to have an intervention? Are you okay?
Ari? I have almost been killed once, and under the threat of death another time. Pretty much in the span of like 2 or 3 days. Give me a break.
Yeah, there's one person we can thank for that.
There sure.
Side eyes Nim.
Looks up. Oh.
We can talk about that once Gale's done the conversing.
Some would say he's making communications.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
We're making communications over here.
Sips on
I
twink.
did not catch the joke.
Ah, you don't watch other games. noob.
And to be fair, I was one of the ones to explode earlier.
Well, I don't think you had a chance in that one. It just kind of... You got shot. Kind of
Well,
terrifying, but...
Just waiting on the symbol.
God damn it.
Okay. The symbol looks like this.
Mhm.
I'm putting it in your notes.
Oh,
Oh god, I thought you were to draw it on the map.
glorious egg, my lord. Oh,
Hmm.
Interesting.
The symbol looks
looks-
like a pair of hands praying.
Hmm.
Wait, I have a religion trained. Can I roll on that?
Sure.
Religion. There it is. I don't know.
Damn. That's fucking tragic.
Can I try?
Did I hear somebody pop a cork?
somebody getting drunk about it?
With Jack of all trades, could I try?
Hmm.
You already did
Well, thank you anyways.
when you guys first rolled for the amulet.
Yeah, because you used history for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I couldn't find the amulet you were looking for.
Zorn will shrug. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere.
Have a great day, you all. And he will walk back to his stable.
All right.
I really thought Moritari was gonna be like, don't tell me what to do.
So, I figure you have some words for me.
Why
No, I'm
didn't
good.
Why didn't you leave well enough alone?
Because I felt like I wasn't really in the moment. I acted off instinct. It was a weird feeling.
And it almost got us killed.
In her defense, it didn't look very strong before we attacked.
It doesn't matter how it looks.
So that was so funny. We did not look very strong. We did not roll for HP. Or yeah, we did. It wasn't that much.
We
I did
only rolled
25.
HP.
After someone's eyes melt out of their skull, it's usually a good idea to run.
Right. Look, I don't know why I did what I did. It was right in the moment for me. I wish. I don't remember anything past waking up in the north in a hut with my mentor Dagda. And that was only a year ago? 2? Not that long ago. Far enough. That fiends, it flipped a lever in me. I did not like it, and I wanted it to burn.
Well, get a better handle on that lever of yours.
Let's just agree to the size of our enemy before making rash decisions. We barely escaped with our lives.
Right.
And when someone's eyes melt out of their head, we leave. Before shit hit.
Yes. I take responsibility for that. I am sorry.
I'll completely forgive you, Miss Nim, if you hand me your beer.
Pretty steep price.
You can incite that if you want.
I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to it. I just want to talk to her.
You know they are paid for, right? You can just go get more.
Thank you.
Hold the beer. No, put your lips on it. Tips. Drink.
What
drink.
What did the author mean by this?
What the fuck?
Side eyes situation.
What are you doing, Bod?
Let her drink my beer.
All right, fine.
I put the cup down once she's had enough. All right, you can have the rest. Good. No.
All right.
I feel like I've just failed a real life insight check.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
What are you doing, Stepcaster?
You're
Well,
doing
call
Stepcaster.
a
Gale
certain
chugs the rest of
dominance.
his drink. Go, go, go.
All right.
Oh man.
So, I guess I'll start. I'm Nim.
Holy
Like,
shit!
that's-
I never knew that.
Yeah, you already know me, Jeff, so you can shut your tot hole.
Eats more
I-
veggies.
Like I said, I don't remember much. Snippets here and there.
That raises a
sometimes-
question with me. Sorry, he swallows what he's eating.
Yeah.
If you only remember back to like around about a year back, right?
Right.
How do you know that you're older than that other witch lady?
Oh, that's the thing. Like, there are certain things I've remembered over time. Like, I know I was called Nim in the past. Like, I don't know if that's my name or if it's like a nickname, but the other thing is I remember I'm about 217 years old. Not sure exactly, but
That's
I've
so
known
crazy.
over 200.
I'm 17.
Right?
You're 2 centuries older than me.
Yeah. I could be older. I don't remember. I don't even know.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
I plan to stay up until midnight.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, I guess we can stay up a bit later to celebrate.
Well, you don't got him.
Oh, I don't mind.
I was just gonna get like a steak from the bar to celebrate.
What?
Well,
Right.
happy early
Anyway,
birthday.
I sometimes these memories come back in like when I'm trancing. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're like nightmares, I guess you'd call them, for those who sleep.
Oh yeah, elves don't sleep, right? They what they do again?
We trance.
Meditation.
Sort of.
What's that like?
I don't know. It's like
It's
resting.
like trancing.
Yeah.
I know it's exactly like sleep because I've seen them.
Pretty cool, honestly, isn't it, Thalion?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get 4 extra
Effective.
hours to do stuff.
I don't know what it's like to sleep, but relaxing.
That math don't really work with me because you sleep less and live longer, and whenever I sleep less,
I've
fucking
slept
die.
like sometimes when I'm like, we don't like we can sleep, technically speaking, just don't need to, I guess. Like if I pass the fuck out from drinking too much or falling unconscious in battle, that's technically sleeping, isn't it?
That's being knocked out.
Hey,
As
it's the
somebody
same
who
thing,
drinks a
isn't it?
lot, it's not the same. I promise you.
Non-consensual sleep.
Isn't it? But in any case,
I'm gonna go grab another beer.
right. Anyway, Thalion, why don't you tell us a bit about who you are, right? Like,
Sure.
I guess if you want, I don't know.
Well, I grew up in Dead Man's Flow and with my family there. They were are a merchant family, and they've been there for centuries, really, and they've done quite well for themselves. So we've always been rich. When I turned 35, my parents decided that I probably should see the world, so they sent me out to work, explore, and see the world before I grow up. Really.
Way to go, everyone. One for you, one for you, one for you,
I spent
one for you,
most of my time in
Hey.
for you,
the free
one for me.
2 for
Thank you,
Peril.
Gale.
Three Kings. I mean, protecting caravans and such, doing some
Right,
bounties here and there. Then I came here.
And that's the end of Peril.
Oh, she didn't get to share yet.
I grab her a drink and starts drinking.
Somebody won't mind. I'm not gonna.
Peril is just dead to the world at this point.
Perfectly fine.
Can someone check to make sure she doesn't have
We should,
alcohol poisoning?
We should maybe like get her into a room maybe or something.
I'm an expert poisoner. She's
Uh,
fine.
He just looks. Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, we go.
I mean, think lesser restoration would fix it.
that would
Carries
be-
her off the bed.
Well,
It does
that's
take
nice
away
to hear about
poisoning.
your bit of your life story there, Thalion.
This
What
one.
did you say?
I said it was nice to hear a bit about your life story so far.
Still have a lot left.
Hopefully, we can make it.
Flips around. Alright,
Waiting for Gale to be back.
good night, Ken.
You just get loud snoring every response. I am a fucking druid.
Oh, fucking ruin.
Alright, make sure to close the door.
Is
Wait,
drinking deeply.
Realize he doesn't have a key. Alright. Ask for a key. Gotta wait for Arcadum.
Ugh.
Alright.
But,
Howdy.
yeah, I just go by Ari. I came here to find family. I was born in Calcutta.
Oh, well, hopefully we can help you find your family.
Who's missing? Mom, dad, little brother?
I'm mostly looking for my father, but if we find my brother and sister, that'll be a bonus.
Do they all fly around like you?
No,
Interesting.
So how are you able to do it?
I was born different.
Alright, I'm back, sorry.
Steve.
Alright, so. I miss anything?
Peril fell unconscious after alcohol poisoning.
Oh, God.
We
Yep,
put
and
Peril
took
to
a-
bed.
I offered to use lesser restoration on Peril, but they dragged her off to bed first.
You'd explode. You would.
No,
You both would explode.
That's
It's been long
when-
enough she doesn't generate exposure for the next spell.
Yeah, it's been long enough that all my cantrip stuff is probably good.
Fair enough.
It's just doing the math on how much of that is cantrip.
Cantrip, yeah. But anyway. Well. I mean, I'm not gonna pry too much into you. You'll speak when you want to speak about it. Oh, Gale, a bit about yourself, why you're here, all that jazz.
Just trying to get away from my homeland. Not the best place.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you had
Indicators
to
are
come
a
to.
big problem.
Hmm.
You say you're a wanted man?
No?
I just thought Wendigo might be like another word for guard.
It's a cursed cannonball.
That's so much worse than what I thought. I'm just gonna
That
keep
is
eating
pretty
about
bad,
that.
yeah.
Yep, I got out when I could. and the ship took me here. Just doing a few odd jobs here and there, trying to make the world a better place.
All
I
right.
can't think of a better way to do it than to solve a plague, I guess.
Yeah, that's biggest job yet.
E.T.
Drinking.
Well, I think
What about Joey?
yeah, Joey. I
Hmm?
mean, like you kind of told me a bit about yourself already, but nobody else here knows.
Oh, sure. He'll like wipe his mouth off from what he was eating. My name is Joseph Alabaster Quick Hands. My dad's name is Jonathan. My uncle's name is Jebediah. I live with my mom and my dad and my little brother and my little sister. But I had to leave the farm whenever I was 16 because they could afford to keep feeding me. So I figured I'd head out and start helping to make money. So like every now and then, whenever we finish a job, I'll write a letter home and let them know how I'm doing. I'll send a few coins back in the package with it. I'm out of here completely for necessity's sake. As long as I'm able to keep surviving and keep sending money back home, I'm fine to do whatever. I'd really love to, make it to where mom, dad, and uncle didn't have to keep working, but that's not really the place we live in. So
Yeah. I didn't really say what my goal was. You all kind of gave a goal so that for why you're here.
I thought it was to remember something.
Yeah, but ultimately, I want to save this place, this continent.
From what?
Something like this, the war, the demons, all of it. This place needs protection. Not everyone's capable of taking on that. Governments, I think, can sometimes, like leaders, sometimes get hampered by their own ambitions or even needs of their people first.
Well said.
If I can maintain the order of everything and keep the natural way of things, then maybe this world will be a better place in the future.
You know what I really want? He will lift up the side of his shirt to show the gash marks from that short sword. I would like this to heal at some point.
I second that.
Could I take a look at that to see if I can figure something out for that?
Sure, he will show you the other side where there is a similar gash.
I was asking Arcadum.
Sorry, you're asking me what?
Can I take a look at Joey's gash marks to see if I can figure out how to get those healing?
Why my hit points like a wizard, Arcadum?
You have medicine trained?
I do not. But I have Jack of all trades.
Sure.
And I have proficiency in a healer's kit.
Your
Is it
healer's
sure?
asleep.
Yep, passed out.
Shiver.
So can I?
He said sure.
Awesome.
You're a bard.
And just to make sure, I'm going to inspire myself.
Okay.
They don't need your help. I inspire
It takes time. Specifically, he has to be at 0 exposure, and then he has to be hit with a lesser restoration or some similar effect, and then he has to heal over time. It cannot be healed through magic.
Okay. I will relay that we're gonna have to wait until you shed some of that exposure, and then I can possibly help fix that with a bit of lesser restoration.
Should you check me to make sure I'm not like he did hit me a couple times, but I don't know if his fist counts.
Do you feel weaker than normal?
I mean, I feel like I got punched in the stomach like twice, really hard.
Yeah, as long as that blade didn't cut you, you'd be alright.
All right.
You were able to kill him.
I was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He
I
had
was.
some kind of
Yeah.
Yeah,
curse
you
on
were
his
the
blade.
final hit.
Yeah. Sort of. It's all fuzzy. Like it's like I was somewhere else, fighting it or
Yeah.
something like it.
I'll tell you where you were. You were in the zone.
Probably in the same place you were when you hit him the first time.
Yeah, the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the first time shouldn't have been in the zone.
Yeah, that might have been the panic zone.
Well. Good group powwow, I suppose. Nobbis.
Mm.
Well,
Quite a big job we have ahead of us.
Very.
we got it. We'll be fine.
I just wish we had more resources to prepare with.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can
My,
spend some time, maybe learn from these folk here.
Oh,
I don't
true.
know,
I could
no, I mean,
probably.
my
I could probably
poison's pretty
ask
much useless.
Ataka.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
guess y'all
actually-
could be swapping spells around, huh?
Yeah, I would like to learn some more spells.
I would like to learn some songs, and Ataka has some.
I would like to sleep.
I
haven't
would
slept
love
for 2
to
days.
sleep, actually. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
All right, and about this time, each of the other members of their various groups start to one by one head to bed. As time begins to move forward, and night settles in.
Yeah, I'll leave whenever you want to, Thalion.
Well, I'm going to trance as soon as possible.
That's right here.
Preferably in a room, but
Oh, true. It's very dark and spooky and scary.
One moment.
Oh, everyone hold.
Production value, production value, production value, production value.
I see a light.
All right, continue role playing. I'm just.
Yeah. I don't, did we all get
Fair
our own
snoring
room, or is it
sounds.
kind of like we bunk together, or?
Yeah, what's the room situation right now?
There's an upstairs. So
Oh, there's an
just
upstairs.
just go to bed. Like you
All
can
right.
you can pick any of these that you want.
I'd like to approach the bar.
Thalion,
yo,
would you mind if I? It's weird for me to ask this. This is weird. I just realized how weird it is. I never.
Good night, everyone.
Mind if I trance in the same room as you? I'm feeling a little nerve-wracked from the whole events of the day.
sure. Seemed like you panicked a bit after the fight.
Yeah, it was like I.
All right, hold that thought. Kelvin looks up. Yeah, I'm shutting down the bar. About to go to bed.
Oh, Mr. Sleep. Was there any like leftovers from the dinner tonight?
No.
Dang, I was just trying to get a late night snack. All right, well.
Well, I mean, you could have this bread. Stale. Here you go.
Ain't no thing I'm used to. Thanks. Good night.
Night.
If you wish, I can try to teach you one of the methods I use to almost meditate and keep myself calm in combat situations.
That's
a
weird.
ranger.
I was calm. I was
Yeah,
just
you were calm
irritated
in
that you
that.
all were trying to fuck around with the demon.
Didn't seem quite calm after the battle, I must admit.
I mean, because I felt like I was starting to come back into reality, I guess.
That's fine. If you don't want to learn, I won't teach you.
I wanted to yell at them and say they were apostates. Thalion.
Okay.
I don't know why. It was like this weird, just not hatred, but just frustration, anger.
Maybe you were part of the church before you lost your memory.
That would be crazy. Why would Bagger help me if that was the case?
Who is that guy?
Oh, he's my he was the man who picked me up. Found me in the northern wastes and it was cold.
Well, some people
All
are
I
just...
had was this staff and she'll reach into her bag and take out a purple tome. Too small to be a spell book. And this book here.
Does Thalion recognize any of this as church stuff, or...?
No. No.
Well, this stuff doesn't look like church, so...
Right.
Maybe not.
I mean, she'll hold the tome and let me just double check something. The tome, the journal, it seems, has what appears to be a leather engraved pressing of a serpent eating its own tail. I mean, I don't know what any of this means. Truth be told, I've never even opened it.
Well, that's a good start. Maybe try to open it?
Maybe.
Why haven't you?
I'm scared.
Of what?
Scared of what I might find inside of it.
And why would you... that? Are you afraid it will change you?
Maybe. Maybe I feel I might be guilty over what's written inside.
And why does that? Everything that matters is who you are now and what you choose going forward.
Right. But who we are now, in this present, can sometimes be overshadowed by what we were in the past. Like how the shadows in this room threaten to overpower the small flame coming in from outside.
Well, the past is just a good indicator of who the people used to be, so you assume they will be the same, but it's not always true. People change.
Nimble smile. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries.
I'll take the floor.
Very well.
So, party settles in the night. Through the passage of time, the moon shifts across the sky. The shuddering fate. Thalion. Your dreams are dark and foreboding. Within them, you see death, pain. You see failure, contempt, and hatred. Visions flash before your mind. The visions are of a singular truth, mirrored into different reflections by a well of hate. War is coming. You know this to your very core. But then, you start in the middle of the night. Awoken from your trance, you look around the room, see that there is only stillness. Him, entranced in the corner, your comrades sleeping outside. The thin, flickering light of the candle, providing the only sanctuary against the encroaching darkness. There is a weight in your hands. You look down. In your hands there is a letter. What do you do?
Is it sealed?
It is.
Do I recognize the seal?
You do not.
He will look around a bit, confused, and then he will just open it.
The letter says the following. Hold on, I'm getting his voice. I know things. I know it's better to do the things, okay? Dear travelers, Corvanus is dying. The artificial ley lines fray as the ancients that watch over them rest in chains. The native druids have been misguided to prolong an infection, but in doing so, had bought the continent time. The church has slain the druids who kept this land from falling apart. Thus the land is running out of time. If you are willing to aid those to seek, to try and shape this land at its roots, to reclaim the duty that the druids forgotten they had sworn, you will find a Fey Gate located in the stone structure by Hillylocks. This can take you to the other Fey Gate in the Twisting Pines. There you may find other travelers who have taken it upon themselves to congregate for this cask. This is not a request, but a passing of knowledge, if it is fitting. For those who wish to shape the world if they see fit. Watcher M. You'll also find that note in your inventory.
Is this what foreign gods do? What? What would he do?
Good question. What would he do?
Do I know which room each person is in or no?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Nob? Which what is what?
My party, do I know each assigned room?
Yeah, you know where they are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I would just walk out and try to find a foreigner with some knowledge of religion. So the only one I know is Gale. To Gale.
Oh
well, I said
boy.
that I had said that
don't-
I was a foreigner whenever.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
you. Or leaves.
I don't know. I don't know about your religious knowledge. So I will knock.
Mm.
Gale, you awaken to a knock at the door, as if somebody is rapping outside your chamber door.
Mm,
"'Tis nothing," said Gale. "Only an elf, and nothing more." Sorry. Buy foods here, I'll be right back.
As the door opens, you do not see Gale, but a giant armadillo.
Oh. Hi, sorry to bother you, but I just woke up with this letter in my hands, and I was wondering if this is some of the foreign gods you speak of. And I will hand him the letter.
No. Takes the letter.
Armadillos go.
They make the sound of whatever
I do
my
not
car makes when I
understand.
hit them.
Shit, sorry, I forgot to mute.
Give a look down and notice the form is in. And he slowly sits, standing on two legs. What?
Well, I got this letter. I just woke up with it, so I was wondering if this is some god stuff from your foreign gods.
He will look over the paper.
I'm back.
Gale is looking over the paper. I do not. I'm guessing I never heard of the Watcher M.
No, but you can still make a history check if you'd like.
At 20.
Or religion.
I rolled a 20 on religion.
I know. Whatever this is, you think it's a work of a bard. It's prose, it's writing, it's too advanced for some normal hand. Super high quality, I promise.
A bard obviously wrote this. Just look at all these fancy curves.
That makes sense, but...
You have no idea who the Watcher M is.
I've never heard of a Watcher M before.
So he's not a god.
No?
Then how did he get the letter to me?
Perhaps
Or her,
some.
or whatever.
He could be a follower for all I know. For all I know. As for how it got here, this. Do I sense any exposure on this thing?
Absolutely, a fuck ton. And there's a lot more on Thalion than there was before. Good thing it wasn't one of you.
Well,
My God.
there's a lot of magic here, and on you as well.
Oh.
I'm guessing it was magically sent.
And who can do that?
Well, bards can, so there's that.
I don't know any bards.
No, but the Watcher M, he seems like someone who would watch over things. This is obviously a warning. Try not to lose this. This seems important.
Should
I'll
we
hand the letter
wait?
back.
Do you think we should wait Khalil or Khalil?
He might he might know more about this stuff.
Do you
At
think
this
it's
point, he
urgent?
seems fully human.
Do we just wait for morning or what?
Well, if it was sent magically and not by a courier, I assume they had to get it to you as soon as possible.
That is true.
I say wake him up. Better to be safe than sorry.
Do I know where he is sleeping?
You sure do. You go to Kaleo?
Yep.
Mhm.
Alright. You bring it to Kaleo. And thus, the thread of this entire fucking problem now is unraveling.
Mhm.
Because unfortunately, you guys don't know what god he serves. Would you like to guess?
Out of character, I know. In character, Gale doesn't know.
Is it Matheria?
What is it, Nist?
William.
Marlow follows the Stonefather, one of the gods of knowledge. What's his name again?
No, I was referring to Kaleo.
The Black Hand.
No.
I'll just keep taking stabs, man.
Oh my god. No. Kaleo serves the Matron of Fate.
Ah.
Which is why this is hilarious.
Oh gosh.
You're looking me up, guys. I'm a wizard too.
I do not see the joke.
And I'm a bard.
Wow.
For someone who doesn't know any bards.
I don't know you.
That is true.
Ignores the person in the
I'm
next
just
room.
sleeping here in a room that could
Thalion,
be drenched in exposure.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. Thalion's just giving us fucking Oblivion NPC responses. Have you heard of the High Elves?
They're not
Alright.
roads. It's the Daedra, you see.
Yeah,
Right.
I must have missed which god he serves, guys. It's not in my notes. I must have missed it. Either way, he would have told his boss about this.
Well, no, I just think that's one of those very funny things that it all connected together.
But yeah, Gale would still bring it up to the boss of this operation.
The funny thing is, he doesn't even know he serves the Matron of Fate. So funny. That's the best part.
Sleeping.
That's gonna be interesting.
Rolled
Alright.
over the bed.
Anyway. Feels good. That'll do for the sesh. We'll pick up,
Oh, I
Oh,
thought we
you-
were gonna do level 6 stuff.
Wait. We're out of time. I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because I can just go over stuff with you guys over the 2 weeks. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Heard.
Yeah, your level 6 stuff isn't finalized till we play again, anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One of her unknowing slaves, Og.
But I wanna. Oh man, cat's not gonna know anything.
Alrighty, good stuff, guys.
Sure.
Woohoo!
Alright. This was fun.
Always fun.
Damn it.
That's some good roleplay. Everybody's
Do I
roleplay.
get a long rest or no? Am I still at 13 hit points?
You're gonna get a long rest, don't worry about it.
Alright.
We're in the prep stages of taking down the enemy. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Terror.
somebody's at my door. Be right back.
Damn it, I've been waiting all week to tell Arcadum I wanted to be a Miller Druid. I wanted to be cool!
You can still do that when he gets back.
Just gonna yell at him, no context. Arcadum! Miller Druid, go!
It could be in a room full of exposure right now. It could be up.
Yeah, imagine what sense
Thalion
you
is
use
just
this
low-key
explode.
avoiding the explosion that is Nim.
Well, Nim doesn't have any memories past
Alright,
the last year.
So you said you're gonna be Miller Druid?
Oh shit, you heard that?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I was like waiting all week. I was like, I want to be cool, Arcadum. I want to be shiny.
Very good. You're very cool.
Thank you.
Everyone is cool. And when everyone's cool, no one will be. Alright, do you guys have any fan art? Let's go see.
A little bit.
Oh
What?
my god. Oh no.
It's so good.
Wait. Yes, an instant chamber classic.
How much exposure did Thalion get anyways?
He didn't actually get any because it's Cornelius's magic, but the paper itself is a lot. There's
I
just
would
a
hold
lot.
on to it, but
There's
I
a
would
lot
also
of shenanigans that can happen. So here we go. So the caption of this is: the moment Pop Thistle broke, need thieves kit, peasant.
Excellent.
If I pull that off, will you die? You're a big guy. Ooh. For some people wanted to see more of this. Waymaker in top form. Excellent character.
Very cool character.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Oh my god.
You mess
Man.
with the evil character, this is what you get.
Has gun, will shoot.
Man.
Alrighty. Good game, guys. Good sesh.
Woo.
So over the
Good
next
session.
So over the course of the next 2 weeks, I'll be dropping out the feats and all that stuff. People can drop me questions that they have with their prestige classes and anything, and I'll be in voice calls and stuff. So we'll be able to go over it. Don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you have for recommendations for our group.
yeah, I can do that as well. I can actually type those up for you guys.
Yeah,
Alright.
that'd be awesome. Because I will tell you. I guess we wait after stream, but I'll tell you what I have in mind.
Joey, get better internet.
Yes, actually, that's my number one suggestion is for Avery to just have better internet. Alright.
I get a max of 10 megabits per second, baby.
Hey, baby, let's go. Alright, I'll see you guys. I gotta get ready for the
Have a
next
good
game.
day.
Bye bye.
Night.
Bye, Arcadum.
Woo!
See ya.